Living life seeking answers to the many problems that continue to evolve? Whether it's about business, money, relationships, family, or anything, let's talk. Join Alan Cousin of Get Up Radio Media as he talks about anything and everything that the mind can come up with. His motto is, you can't find a solution until you talk about it first. Ready to be informed about life and feel positive daily? Then come listen to Let's Talk with Alan Cousin and get up as a positive new you.
Hello, my friends. Hello. I know it's been a while. It's been quite a while, actually. 2024, September 2024. It's been almost a year since I've been on. And I'd like to personally apologize to all of you out there. I'm going to honestly say this. I was going through a lot. And mentally, physically, emotionally, I felt pain. I felt pain that was deep within me, that I felt like I couldn't have others guide me or assist me or help me out. 'Cause this has been a rough 4 years. I mean, I recall in 2019, when we just had COVID come out, and then of course that in itself was a whole nother life that we hope never to go back into. And then after that, the recession started and inflation started to kick in, and we thought everything was going to get back to normal. Then of course, prices started to be higher, and yet, even though prices were going up for gas, food, and everything, our prices were not going up for salaries and so forth. And then, of course, whenever you have money issues or situations dealing with finance, you always tend to have drama. You always tend to have situations that come from it, positive, but sometimes even negative. Because then people realize that when you're in this water, you're trying to stay afloat after this hurricane of negativity has transformed upon you. Some people can't handle it, and they simply want to get out, while the others are still trying to stay afloat on the boat and travel through the storm, because they know if they do, it'll be okay once they get through the storm. I was informed, being that I'm a media, the press member, I got the chance to speak to some archdiocese and and a rabbi, of course, and also a Tibetan monk, and I needed to hear, you know, what they had to say about these years that we've been going through. I needed to get some kind of conformity, some kind of confrontation, or should I say some resolution to understanding what I was going through, and if I was the only one or if there were others as well. It's not a thank you. But seriously, it's not a situation I should say I need to be applauded. I mean, I think all of us were trying to find answers to problems and questions. I think all of us were trying to discover how to get through this storm. We thought this storm might last a year or two, maybe three, but we did not expect it to last this long. And, when you go through financial difficulties, when you go through emotional conflicts and heartaches and pain, and you see individuals that you love leave you, or individuals that you thought would stay with you forever decide to leave the relationship that you've been in for years, it makes you rethink life. It makes you almost question yourself. More so, it makes you question others. Now, that's why I have this show, Let's Talk. That's why Let's Talk is the name. Because we need to talk to each other. We need to communicate with each other. We need to be able to speak to others and not be judged by the words that we speak. We need to feel fulfillment within ourselves that we can be ourselves, that we can love ourselves, that we can cherish the moments that we live day by day, but more so that we can continue to move forward and not be judged or tormented as we do. 2024 is almost over, but is this so called war almost over? And I'm not talking about the war like with Ukraine, I'm talking about the war of fear versus fate. I'm talking about the situation where we each are going through our own mental, emotional, exhausting war. We are trying to survive the world that we live in. We are trying to survive this very life that we have been given, that has been bestowed upon us, because it's so much tragedy out there, so much negativity out there, it's so much going wrong instead of going right that many of us simply want to give up. And then when you have mental disabled individuals who don't have any support, don't have any means to help themselves because medication is too high and expensive, shelters no longer are in existence, uh, and there's no institutions or hospitals or clinics they can go to because they can't afford them or they're not covered anymore under the state Medicaid law or Medicare. What do you do? What do you do when those things occur? What do you do when you find out that the solutions that were normally there for you are no longer there? And you think maybe, just maybe, the only answer is a bullet or a knife, when we both know, when we all should know, that is not the answer. Now, I myself were going through some prideful pain and suffering because I lost someone that I cared about for nearly 10 years. And then upon leaving and losing her, I found someone else who I thought was definitely a better individual that I can trust and care for and love. And I lost her after 3 years. And it starts to make you wonder, is it them or is it me? Is it the way I act? Is it the way I speak? Is it the way I handle things? And you really start to get confused and in some way delusional or some way extremely depressed because you think that you are not loving good enough. But then you find out through prayer or through meditation or just through speaking with others that you are good enough and that it's not you, it's them. That you are committed, they just wasn't. That you were dedicated, they just couldn't sacrifice. That you knew what you wanted, and unfortunately, they thought they did, but in retrospect, never did know what they wanted. A lot of people out there are going through this. A lot of people out there don't know what they want. A lot of people out there don't see the beauty inside them or the handsome guy in front of them. They don't feel the love that they need by others. And more so, they don't love themselves. And we need to change that. We need to make a better world, a better today, a better tomorrow, a better future for everyone, but more so a better one for ourselves. We need to take in our hands and say, I am somebody. Say it again. I am somebody. And I love myself. And I am a good person. And I shall do well in life. We need to captivate that situation. We need to bottle it up like air. Keep it with us every day. So when we feel that slight negativity, we look, we open it, and we hear that air come out speaking exactly what we need to hear. That you are somebody, that you are important, and that you are loved, and that you should and will always love yourself because you are important and you are unique and you are someone that without this world, you would not be you, and without you, this world would not be the same. Now, Get Up Radio and Get Up Radio Media is going to do something about that. I, Alan Cousin, am going to do something about that because I went through torment for various months to the point that I could not come back on the radio. But here I am. That's right. Here I am. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? I am going nowhere ever again because I am somebody. I love myself. I know myself. And I am greatness. I am intelligent. I am thoughtful. I am kind. I am loving. But more so, I am me. And I shall not change who I am. I shall improve. I shall walk through this storm. I shall weather it until the end, and I shall survive. And upon that end, I will be, once again, a better individual with a better sense of mind, better sense of being, and a better sense of life, and a better way of life to enjoy once more. But Get Up Radio has actually moved forward in many ways. We have surpassed in some ways that has showed me that what I have done has not been for nothing. We were actually informed by Google that we are an informative base of entertainment, knowledge, and informative, descriptive information. We were told by Amazon that we are, quote unquote, considered a base of entertainment information and that we give a multitude of variety of things for people to offer, listen to, and enjoy. And that made me feel very good. That made me feel that since 2004, when Get Up Radio was created, in 2011, when Get Up Radio Media was then transformed from Get Up Radio because we started doing podcasting and talk shows, that changed the outcome of who we were as a company, and as a personality of individuals. It showed me that I didn't do this for nothing. It showed me that it was not a waste of time for me, and that truly Get Up Radio became something, and Get Up Radio Media is becoming something, and I, Alan Cousin, am somebody. I, Alan Cousin, truly know how to engage, how to improve, and more so, how to help others. And that says a lot for me. It says a lot for me because it shows me that I did something that not everyone could do, and that I was finally seen for doing those things, for creating something from a thought process into reality, and then keeping that reality moving forward as I slowly improved upon it so that others can enjoy it, imitate it, and become part of it. And you know what? I want to prove this to you because I want you to